today.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 765, Nasdaq's up 230, S&P's up 64, gold contract up $8.10, trading at $17.47 an ounce. Silver down 8 cents, $17.80 an ounce. Light sweet crude up 46 cents, $36.81 a barrel. Notes and bonds. We have the 10-year down 12 ticks, 138.21, the 30-year off a point and a half, 177 flat. King dollar up 66 ticks, trading 96.799. The euro's at 113. The yen is at 107.41, and the British pound's at 125 to 1 U.S. dollar. Tom O'Brien, what's going on?
Good Friday morning. Quite a market, man.
No doubt, man.
Both ways.
Both ways.
Yesterday I joked on the program because I think the day started off down about 3%, maybe, right? Is that where the S&Ps were? Either way, I think we were talking to Kevin. I said I woke up, I opened my Thinkorswim platform app on my phone. I said, oh, it's going to be one of those days. We're down like 3-4%, and then I opened it today and I said, oh, it's going to be one of those days. We're going to bounce back 2-3-4%. Wow, it's going to be back and forth to that degree again, back and forth. So here we are.
Here we are. There's no doubt. And if we go take a look at these S&Ps, what you're going to see out here, folks, you are going to be, I mean, and this is, bottom line, this is how volatile markets work, meaning that you can get, if you stay with the percentages on this, it's a lot easier to basically comprehend what the heck is going on. So if we take a look at that S&P, what you're going to see, is the futures there. You're going to see we went right to the 0.382, folks, is a 3083. That's the number. And we got to 3087. So the real question is going to be, can it basically get up to a 5.0? So what that is, you get a 0.382, 50618 retracement with an expansion to contraction Fibonacci theory. So bottom line, right now, that would be saying that, guess what, that's a dead cat bounce. We'll see how that works out because we've been talking a lot, Tom, about the... Of course, the Robinhood traders. What's the guy's name? Because this is a great article,
Portnoy.
Man. I sent you that article this morning.
I read the whole article this morning. I did, about Bloomberg had a good piece on him, right?
Yeah.
Davy Day Trader Global. DDGD. That's Davy Day Trader DDTG. Yeah, Davy Day Trader Global. That's his moniker. That's what he calls himself.
And the bottom line, folks, is that he's saying now that he's got $5 million in the market. Here he is, right here. So Dave Portnoy, yeah?
Portnoy.
Okay, so the bottom line is that he has 1.5 million Twitter followers. He's telling them, of course, that he's not a financial advisor. That being said, folks, now, if I bring you back a bit, this is where this gets really interesting. So my take on this is that this is going to last for quite some time. The reason being, what he says in here is pretty wild, okay? And, he's saying that, hey, listen, I think it wasn't him. It was someone else that was between 20 and 30 saying that people that are older don't understand the market now, okay? And, things are different and all of this, okay?
Yes.
That being said, folks, okay, picture, the way that the rules are set in the SEC, what you cannot do is that if we were all in one room, okay, and you are actually pumping an equity, that's illegal. That's bottom line, okay? What has happened, which is pretty wild, there's no doubt, is that Twitter, Facebook, all of the above, they don't have a handle on this at all, okay? Because the bottom line is that he can say, hey, listen, man, I'm buying this. You get 1 million followers, you're buying it, man. Then guess what? That's going up, man, because you're going to blow the market maker out of the water in about 2 seconds flat. They'll have to catch up with that. I don't think they actually will catch up with that, Tom.
Yeah.
You know, because it has changed so dramatically. Like, I remember there used to be a huge fight, folks. So pitch how bizarre this is. In 1994, 95, there was a fight over the aspect that could you actually go in between bids and offers and use different technology, meaning server technology, in order to do the same regulations. Well, the bottom line, we know what ended up happening. The traders won, and yes, you can, okay? This is, I think, the next deal on this, meaning that, you get people that are very famous. They can pump up the stocks. And it is what it is,
Yeah, I mean, to a certain degree, I had said somewhat sarcastically and somewhat being completely honest when the airlines cratered, basically in the day or two following the first time that he's a grand self-promoter like almost none other, right?
Sure.
So when you come out and you say, I'm a better trader than Warren Buffett, you can write the headlines themselves, and Barstool Sports actually probably writes the headlines themselves, right, and covers him and writes the stories, and they print it that Dave Portnoy says he's a better trader than Warren Buffett. Buffett's washed up, and why is he even in the business? It writes but that he should have been shorting when he came out and said, all you do is buy airlines, they go up 20% every day. Maybe that's where you're short and things go down, or how that plays in. Just like you're saying, though, man, if you're coming out and you're saying that, you get all the profits, you need to sell to people at the top, right? And however that goes. But it's interesting, man. It is.
Isn't it wild, man? I mean, yeah. It's got to. The cool thing is, folks, is that what it absolutely has done is brought the whole next generation, not the next one, meaning it's your generation, Tommy, and the one below it, that into the marketplace. And if that, in general, that's great for all of us, because if you're trading,
it is.
You want more liquidity. Particularly, I like the idea that people can actually think that it's a pinball game, because it actually, if I've found out anything, if you understand that you're in the probability business versus the real investment business, my take is that your probability of making money goes up dramatically.
Sure. And that's the thing that, I mean, he's entering this from a sports bettor's mentality, right? He started Barstool in like 2003, man. It's a sports magazine. They got a lot of sports gamblers. They have sports gambling shows. They're now owned by Penn Gaming, a literally gambling company owns them.
Right.
He has a huge ownership, not controlling in that company. So they've been talking about it we're going on almost 3 months now. And you think about it, a company that size, it's a negligible amount of money, $4 or $5 million, when now it's going on 3 months of streaming. He's getting coverage everywhere on this too.
Oh yeah.
So it's an entertainment factor on top of things, right? You're bringing in people, you're entertaining it, but guess what, man? They're Penn Gaming.
And since the government has given everyone $1,200 to start off and get in the stock market, we're all set, man.
Yeah, exactly. He's used to driving it into before Penn Gaming, right? It was your sponsors, it was DraftKings, it was whatever it was. Similar deal, man. They're Penn Gaming now, and I imagine that. I wonder how that's going to play in if that continues, right? And Penn Gaming has their own Robinhood. Maybe that plays in. I don't know.
Why not? Right?
Yeah, exactly. Why not?
As soon as we come back, folks, we're going to talk about Hertz. That gets even better.
Oh man, talk about gambling.
Love this story. Yeah. You can sell anything these days, folks. You're bankrupt, you go sell $1 billion worth of bonds, man. Someone's going to buy it. Dow up 670, Nasdaq up 208, S&P's up 56. We'll come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 688, Nasdaq's up 201, S&Ps are up 57. And our man Dave White, Tom, he's got a good memory. I knew, what happens, folks, is that we've had, people in the past that have been very good at this, okay? I just forgot. He just brought up Tokyo Joe. So in 2000, folks, okay, this guy, he was running stocks left and right. And he was running. I actually forgot all about the Silicon Investor. There used to be a site out there, Silicon Investor. That was the first one before Raging Bull. And make a long story short, Silicon Investor, bottom line, Tokyo Joe would go out there, run stocks. Now, this is where he got caught up. And this is where we'll see whether Dave gets caught up on this or not. Yes. What's his name? Trader Dave? Yeah.
Dave Portnoy.
No,
Day Trader Global.
Day trading Dave. Yeah, I like that name. Davey Day Trader. Day Trader. Davy Crockett, man. I love Davy Crockett too.
He's good with marketing, man.
He is, man.
Davy Day Trader. Davy Day Trader Global.
I know. Well, anyway, folks, what happened is this, okay, is that what Tokyo Joe was doing before he was coming out on Silicon Investor or on Raging Bull, he had already bought the equities that he was going to start pumping. Okay, so the bottom line, he pumped them out. Bottom line, SEC come in, end up fining him $750,000. That's in $2,000, meaning in the year $2,000. He's lucky that's all he got, really. You know what I mean? Because I'm sure he made a fortune. The bottom line is it was out there. So we'll see. How this basically shakes out, and if in fact
it's got to be. So how do you even do that, right? It's let's say the natural course of things is it's going to happen, right? So when you have millions of followers, how do you should be allowed to tell people what you're trading too, right? So how does that play into things? They're like,
this is how it works. If if you tell them that you already own it, it's okay. It's disclosure.
Right.
That's what it is.
Sure.
What was going on is that Tokyo Joe was saying, okay, I'm going to buy this when in fact he already bought it. If the disclosure is there, folks, there's not a problem with it.
That's a straight out.
It's all about the disclosure that, hey, guess what? I'm going to buy this. I think I'm going to buy it. Okay, I'm going to hit the button, and then you're off to the races, and then you can stay clear. You know?
And that makes perfect sense, and that's probably how it should be, I think, right?
Right.
What gets interesting is if you are Dave Portnoy, right, and you, it's like an obvious situation of bias, but bias is all right, man. You own shares, so you have to factor in that if you buy airlines and you're telling people what you buy, then you buy airlines, and you're going to tell millions of people, and it's just natural human elements that you're going to factor in that there's going to be extreme volatility as you trade, and then tell the millions of followers what you're trading.
Right. There's really, this is where this gets interesting, folks. There's really, what has happened with the large banks for years is that what they've been able to do is they've been able to stay under the radar when their analysts come out and say, okay, we think that this is a buy. And the fact that the banks have already owned millions of shares of the deal. Now, that disclosure is out there, though. But what happens, that disclosure is not out there that you all can look at immediately. That's the other side of it, okay? Right. So it's been always there. What the differential is that it's been institutionalized versus retail-wise, okay? So this could be the next, deal that, okay, they've been leveling the playing field for a long period of time for retail traders, okay? First, we can buy and sell right now on a penny. There's no commissions, okay? And you just never know. This might be the next deal, man. And, I think he just tweeted out, Tom, G7, saying, this is a quote that CNBC and Bloomberg are running for the hills. Now, I don't. I can see CNBC running for the hills because that's CNBC's audience. It's not Bloomberg's audience.
He's one of the best self-marketers out there.
Right. And we'll see where that shakes out. But this is definitely, I would say that against CNBC, they may have the slight problem.
I was just going to say what's interesting is. Because he's just such a great self-promoter, man, you don't want to be in his crosshairs in terms of, I don't know if you've seen Roger Goodell, the battle he's having with him.
I haven't.
So he got arrested at one of the Super Bowls, I believe, for getting in there after having, been issued, whether it's a cease and desist, not to attend or whatever it was, right? So they have an auction for a charity recently. I believe something to do with COVID, maybe something to do with that. And he wins it for $250,000. And the prize is you get to watch one of the Monday Night Football games at Roger Goodell's house with him.
At his house?
And then they figure out how to run a background check and say he got arrested, and they won't allow him. So it's just a battle that he's picked with Goodell. And it creates so much press. Just
and
like you pick a battle.
Years old?
What's that?
How old is he?
I'm not sure. Maybe he's 44. Is that 44? What he said?
Okay,
Mid-40s?
I said 34, but yeah.
I think he's older than 34.
Well,
yeah. He started it in 2003, so it's been around for 17 years.
It's working. That's the bottom line.
It sure is, man. Hey, when you sell, when you build a company from 2003, sell it for $500 million, man. Not bad.
Yeah, slightly.
Yeah.
So let's go take a look at some of the higher volume equities, and we know what they're going to be, folks. They're going to be all the dogs out here. They're going to be everyone that we've been talking about. Americans up $2.60. You got Norwegian up $3.27. United's up $5.40. Boeing's up $17. GE's up 48 cents. You know what I love, Tom? So picture this. Okay, how are they going to teach in college or university, right, that an equity is valued at one price one day and 24 hours later it's valued at another day?
The market is fluid, man. That's why you always, that's why you need open markets all the time. So because if you're mark to marketing, right, things can change very quickly. And that's why markets have to be, that's why our stock markets, I don't think we're allowed to close 4 days in a row, right? For that exact reason, things get weird when valuations can change very quickly, man, and it's really just perception, especially when you deal with an industry that has so much growth priced in with the NASDAQ and so forth.
No doubt. Let's go inside the NDX, and the NDX, folks, is still your strongest index. There's no doubt about that. Inside the NDX, you got the leaders up here. United is up 15.5%, Expedia is up 7.5%, Align Technology is up 6%, and you got Marriott up 4%. Lululemon come out with numbers. That's down 3%. You got Tesla off 0.9%. Dollar Tree is off 0.3%. And how about that story, Tom? What is the new gas truck maker?
Nikola?
Yeah, Nikola, okay? This is quite a story, folks, okay?
Sure is.
The bottom line is that when you go through this, so Nikola, what they're saying here, okay, they started in 2014. The bottom line is that when you read this, it's pretty amazing, okay? First, he had taken orders for the hydrogen fuel cell powered semis. He gave the deposits back because he felt that he didn't want to make sure that he was running a Ponzi scheme.
Yep.
But when you read this, folks, he doesn't even have anyone to make the trucks. But what's more concerning in this article is that one of the largest automobile companies in the world, Toyota, have been dealing for 5 years trying to produce their first fuel cell car. So that's the richest and most valuable automaker in the world, and they haven't got the sales off after 5 years. So
that's a high-risk investment, man. There better be some high returns, because that is a high-risk investment.
Stay right there. Tommy and I come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Tom and Tommy O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow at 550, Nasdaq's up 178, S&Ps are up 46. We got to go to Hertz, Tom. I mean, the bottom line, you want an education, folks? We are all getting an education right now because this is about as wild as you can get. So
seriously.
Hertz is bankrupt, trading $2.94. They have 142 million shares outstanding, and guess what? They went in front of the judge yesterday. Hertz Global is asking a bankruptcy judge to let it take advantage of its surge in stock by selling up to $1 billion in new shares. The stockholders of the bankrupt companies typically get wiped out, but after an enormous 2-week rally, the car renter envisions offering as many as 246 million common shares with the help from Jefferies. According to the court filing, those shares may end up worthless too, Hertz said, but in the meantime, it would get some much-needed working capital. So,
hey, if there's people at your door, man, knocking on that door to give you money, why would you not take it?
Oh, yeah. Listen.
It's just amusing. I know. It's crazy, man. It speaks to, maybe just that short-term play of looking for a pop, but things get out of hand, and you go from 40 cents to $6.
Well, what normally happens is this. So what would normally happen is that, there's no doubt the Hertz name, my take is that this is going to stay around, okay? So they go BK, you wipe out everyone, folks, okay? Whoever comes in with the financing as they're going through the BK, that will end up being the next owner of, Hertz.
Yes.
In some form.
Yes.
What Hertz is saying, which, I think they probably get this thing done, is that they're saying, hey, listen, if someone wants to give us, $1 a share right now and we sell 1 billion shares, well, they're thinking they're going to get, let's see, they're thinking they're going to get $3 a share.
No, that was it. Yeah, exactly. That was at about almost $4 to $5.
Right. The bottom line is that if that's what they get, well, then guess what? Then they got to pay their creditors and they go from there. Their creditors must be, it'd be really intriguing about something like this, folks, is that, and I'm sure the larger firms that have some analysts on here, they'll be looking as to who is owed a lot of money from Hertz. And, then the probability that they get paid something is going to go up pretty dramatically.
Yeah, I would agree.
And, we'll see. That would be one of the classics that we've ever seen, though, because I don't believe I've ever seen a bankrupt company go back out into the public marketplace and actually be able to raise $1 billion. And in that context, this is where, we thought we were going to have inflation in 2007, folks. In that context, my take is that inflation's coming because if, in fact, you can have a bankrupt company get $1 billion, that's how much cash is swishing around this whole marketplace, in a monster way. And so
agree.
If there's just that much cash going after bad assets, you can imagine good assets, what would end up happening with good assets, going forward. Pretty wild, man.
Definitely pretty wild. I couldn't believe it. And today, it's up. It pulled from 6 to 2, back up to 40% basically, as it's trading at $2.80 from $2 yesterday, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, 37% positive today.
And let me tell you something. If in fact they, think they can pull this off, meaning the broker dealer, that broker dealer and in general, will do everything they can to basically keep that higher, to push that out. Because what happens in the broker-dealer community, folks, okay, as you're pushing something like that out, they can make up to 5% of that on fees. You can't make over 5%. That's how this thing works. So
good luck to them pushing out a stock that's literally going through bankruptcy proceedings.
Hey, they only got to call Trader Dave, man.
Yeah, that's right. Get them in there. It goes up 20% every day.
877-927-6648. Let's go take a look at Apple. It was hard to comprehend yesterday. Apple, folks, was the last stock to fall yesterday. It actually did go from the 351 to 338. But what you're going to see, if I pull this up, it took quite a bit for that selling to start in Apple. Apple stayed clean until like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. It was still at 346. Then it started getting some juice. It went from 346, down to this 335. But it held tight. Pumps all the way back up to 347 today. You're laying out here at 342. And I believe this is still going to be in the higher range. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. It's just been quite a run.
Oh, yeah.
For everything.
Big time. Amazon. We go take a look at Amazon out here. Same set with Amazon. Look at that. That's the exact same chart, man.
I know. It's like, we're 2,600 on Amazon, man. That's remarkable, even after yesterday. So
yeah. And Google was having a harder time reaching a high, though. This got interesting with Google.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Google's high was 1532, folks. This time we only made it to 1474. Microsoft, which has been on a tear, no doubt, same deal. It's basically staying higher, really close. The president's having a running fight with Microsoft this morning. He's tweeting. Trump's tweeting out a post from his former director of national intelligence that called barring Microsoft Corporation from federal government contracts over its refusal to sell facial recognition software to police departments until there is laws governing the use of the technology. The thing that's amazing about this, actually, it has in here, they're saying that they're, let's see, okay, so he retweeted this tweet. Here's the tweet. They should now be barred from federal government contracts. There should be consequences for not selling technology to police departments. Trump's former acting DNI, Richard Grenwell, tweeted. Now, it has in here, though, that Microsoft, I believe, has never even sold it to police departments.
It's probably because maybe Amazon came out and said they're not.
Yes.
What's remarkable there, didn't Microsoft?
Yeah, so here it is here. So they've never sold to U.S. police departments. Let's put it that way. That's what they're saying out here. And they did come out because, Amazon is basically saying yesterday that, hey, listen, man, Could you go back to that actually for a second? Because it says in there, too, it's just going to be a year, and they want some type of regulations. Trump's president. He should. I agree. There should be regulations. As of right now, there's no federal regulation. So you can have private companies selling this to any police force and them using it in a number of capacities without any regulations. And that's what you're seeing from Amazon. Amazon did the same thing. They didn't say we're never selling it ever. It's evil technology. They said we need some regulations as this rolls out. Right. And you have police with just unlimited usage of facial recognition technology. I completely agree with that. So that's the backdrop of why these companies are saying that. Not that we'll never do it, that there's no regulation, the technology is moving too fast right now, and the federal government needs to put in some regulations before the ironic thing about this is that I know. The aspect, folks, okay, that even, we're talking right wing or left wing. The right wing is forever have been saying, hey, the cops and the government in general are going to survey, be after you, do this, do that. And it's like, okay, man, here's the hypocrisy in the deal. Guess what, folks? Make sure you know your Constitution and your rights upside down, because guess what? That's not America. That's what that is that's the dictatorship. And the power that is in place, that is how you really wield power. Dow Industrials up 446, NASDAQ up 153, S&P's up 37. S&P's aren't holding out here, folks. Come right back.
Yeah.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live, and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Directions Daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 480, Nasdaq's up 153, S&Ps are up 40, and let's bring this over. So, you know, what you have here, folks, is that we hit a price target out here today of, a high of 3,087. If, in fact, this is going to be an ABC structure on the way down, which my take is we're not going to get the volume on the bounce on the way up today, so you have the potential in ABC structure down. When you look at this S&P, this structure, which would be really wild, would be, now I don't expect that we'd get the structure out here today, but you want to pay attention to it, because the A to B equals C to D is 2,862. That's how this is set up. And, you know, if you're watching Tiger TV, I'll just set this up for you. You're going to see. And it's a classic math-wise at this particular point, because you did a 0.382 retracement, which is, you know, bottom line, you know, a weak bounce.
Sure.
So we'll see how this sets up, man.
Yeah.
You know, when we were on the air yesterday morning, Tom, I mean, the bottom line, we saw when it broke the B of an ABC structure on the way down, and needless to say, that was a lot more than just an A to B equals C to D.
We're approaching those circuit breakers at the end of the day, man.
Oh, it was so
7%.
close. It was so
the
close.
Dow was right there,
it hit
especially.
6.99, and I had said it was. I thought it was 335. It was 325. It had to hit 7%, folks, before 325. Yeah.
How about oil, man? Just even since we've been on the air, quite a little sell-off, man. We were down to $34 and change at one point overnight. Oil was, speaking of the 99, $36.99 is the price we got right at 10 o'clock. And we just dropped $1 in 45 minutes in the price of crude real quick.
Yeah, and that's something to watch, folks, because what does happen when this oil seems to go south and the oil stocks go south, then the banks are next. The banks were a big heads up on Wednesday, actually. You know, before we actually had that downdraft. You know, the banks were getting smoked. It was like, man, okay, so what's going on with these banks, man? Why are they down so fast? You know, like JP Morgan, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, last Friday was at 115.
Yes.
On Wednesday, it traded from 110 to 105. That's 5% for a bank, for JP Morgan, man.
Right,
and then,
right.
You know, we know what ended up happening yesterday. I mean, big numbers, man. Big numbers everywhere.
And how about the VIX, right? The VIX, a leading indicator too, man. I mean, remarkable that the VIX actually bottomed out last Friday.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the market, the headlines for the S&P turning positive for the year, that was not until Monday or Tuesday. And meanwhile, you had the VIX creeping up during those days. We made it to as high as On Wednesday, 29.01. So we got a 29 print. On Wednesday.
Yep.
You know, talk about a leading indicator, right? And of course, you see the acceleration on yesterday to 42, but it was in there in the VIX. You know, VIX was almost at 30 when, if you back it up, so there it is, 10:45 in the morning. On Wednesday, you put the S&P on a chart in a similar category, right? Come on, cooperate. There we go. Just that we were so high in the S&P still. Well, you had an elevated VIX, right? I'm waiting for the chart, but the price levels were still up there on Wednesday. Meanwhile, you had a VIX at 29 saying, hey, guess what? People are paying up for premium right now at these levels, and they have been since Friday.
The VIX picked it up. There's no doubt the VIX picked this thing up pretty cool, actually. Because
and there you go. I mean, you traded to above 3,200 on the initial statement by the Fed, and before Chairman Powell started talking, above 3,200 on Wednesday. Meanwhile, somehow you had the VIX at 29. Why is the VIX at 29 if we're positive for 2020 and we're trading at 3,200 in the S&Ps when we made it down to 2,100 and change at some point? We were at 2,100 and change at some point in the S&P. We're at 3,200 and the VIX is spiking to 29.
Right.
I'm going to pay attention the next time I see that quick divergence, man. It almost seems too easy to say, you know, whoa. Everybody's coming in, buying some insurance, and they're paying up for it for no reason when the market's basically above 3,200.
Yes.
Well, and there was a reason. Yeah.
Exactly. There's no such thing as no reason.
Exactly.
Right. And that's the cumulative effect, folks, of all of us inside of the marketplace. That's what's so cool.
Definitely. That's
about basically, you know, the markets in general. Okay.
Yeah.
Now
listen to the reactions people are having, right? And the reactions were people were going in there and paying premium. And it took Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It hit.
Yeah, and it always takes longer than you think, too. That's what it comes down to. And in this particular case, okay, it got it in spades. Now, those small caps, folks, the small caps have been saying for quite some time that they just can't handle price. It's going to be really intriguing to see if, in fact, this is going to be so we have, I'm going to put the Russell up on like a 3-year weekly.
Okay.
And what you're going to see here is that, you know, the Russell's the only major indice that didn't even get close to its highs, okay? So the Russell, folks, topped out in July of 2018. Yeah, 18, folks, and we're coming up to July of 2020. That's your first high. Now, watch how this works. So, you know, if you even just trend follow, whatever, you know, on a long-term basis, this trend is still down, okay? So 1742, the first high. First low, 1266. That low was established December of 2018. You do a nice counter trend bounce, you get all the way up to 1715. You got to remember the high was 1742. It blows down to 966. Now, if this was the high, folks, okay, this time, which would be 1537, well, technically the way it sets up is that it'll go bust the low. We have 3 lower highs. We have 2 lower lows right now. So that is going to be like, you got to be kidding me, man. I mean, you know, I can see the small caps, you know, going to test it. If we ever break it, it's going to be like, okay, what's wrong with these small caps? Because that's pretty intense, man. I mean, you know, but that.
And it's remarkable that the small caps weren't already even positive, right? For the year, 2018 and 2019, in the beginning of 2020, to not have eclipsed where you were. They were already in trouble, and I think that was just exacerbated by all of this, man. Yeah,
and I think what you're going to see out here, like I heard, there's Larry Kudlow, folks, he's getting some quotes out there that are going to get down in history, meaning that he's going to be on the wrong side of history in like a huge way. He came out with a quote this morning, folks, okay, that he thought that businesses were going to be back. 97% of small business is going to be back. All you have to do is go outside in your own neighborhood, folks, okay, and you find me 97% of businesses going back, okay? It's not even close, okay? In fact, that number's not even close in a good economy. That's, you know what I mean?
You talk about small businesses, man.
Right.
What day was it? I think it was Monday I was in there, right? And I ran a check down to the bank as I was departing for the day.
Yes.
Well, that Wells Fargo branch that we used to go to, it was closed.
I know.
Do you know that?
Oh, I know.
I wasn't aware of that, but just to speak to even a company like Wells Fargo, has closures still in big cities. That's in St. Petersburg, right near.
Right.
I was
and
like,
all the high
wow.
rises, folks. I mean, this is where all the business is. We're right in the middle of it. Yeah.
I was like, wow. It was really a statement to say, like, even if you feel things are back open, Wells Fargo still has branches closed in very populated areas that people aren't going to because they're. And now, if they have to have things closed, what's a small business doing that's in that same area, right?
Stay right there, folks. Tom and I come right back. Dow up 447, Nasdaq up 139, S&P's up 34. We'll come right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as...
Whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab. Bam!
The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The gold report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, JDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 318, Nasdaq's up 90, S&Ps are up 21. And Tom, we get another potential ABC structure down in this S&P futures. So it would have to get, we won't have the number for the folks before the end of the show because I'm on a 10-minute bar. But the bottom line is that your price projection is 3,010. We're at 3,032 right now. So
yeah, I was just going to mention, if you put the S&Ps on a weekly too, I got it up there. We've engulfed the entire previous week that we had on that jobs number, man. Quite a weekly bar at the peak there as we get up to that territory. I wanted to touch on briefly, I mentioned it. So Instacart yesterday, they came out, another round of funding. They raised $225 million for about 1.6% of the company. That brings their valuation to $14 billion. One of the things that was remarkable in here is that they now have 55% of the sales jumped to 55% in the third week. That's their share of grocery pickup, even exceeding Walmart. Now, what made me just gasp, you go back basically 3 years ago, almost to the day, June 16th, 2017, Amazon bought the entire company, Whole Foods, for the exact same valuation, $13.7 billion. And with that purchase, they got 450 physical stores, 80,000 employees. And to put Amazon on where they were, because do you remember talking about this on the air when they did it, that they actually made it back in market cap?
Yes.
The day that they did it.
I know.
So,
it was sick.
So this is a 3-year weekly, and it's perfect because it's just 3 years ago. So it's literally, there is June 12th. That week, I looked up yesterday. You went from about 960 to about 1,000. There's 500 million shares outstanding. That was more than the 15 billion. The cool part here, man, look at the run Amazon's had since then. At that time, the company was valued at about $500 billion because you had 500 million shares. And today we're flirting with about 1.3 trillion. They've added 800 billion in market cap since that purchase.
Pretty amazing. Stay right there, folks. Think of Swim coming up next. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, man.